Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
Ooh, great blowjob.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the dimple.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what?
All right, welcome to Straight Red Card. Yeah, I already see some comments here. It looks like the Gladbach coach is going in players he knows. No, he knows Reina. He knows him. He's not this is not an introduction to Reina for him. They're going with a conservative lineup against teams that they feel outclass them, which is what happened.
We're already jumping right into this, aren't we? I mean, it was the coach's first match.
Yes.
He's gonna play kind of a more conservative route, and that's what it was.
Did. Yep.
And I mean, it's conservative when Joe Scally is higher up than the striker.
Yes.
Oh my God, I've never seen so offensive. I've never seen him so offensive since he was playing in the youth days.
Yeah, well, they play three in the back. That's pretty conservative, and they didn't play a bunch of really. In fact, they didn't bring the two more offensive players into the match until the 80th minute. That was Reina and what's-his-face. So it's not so much that he doesn't know Reina. It's that he wanted to play for at least a tie. He didn't want to start his career losing. So
it was looking pretty rough during that match at first, man. Leverkusen basically controlled the match. And outside of a couple of runs forward, I mean, Gladbach just had no answers getting into the attack.
I tell you what, though, Scally could have had 2 goals.
Yeah.
I mean,
he had some really nice crosses, too.
Yeah, that was kind of like the best we've seen of Scally because he had freedom. Freedom! Right? Okay, well, by the way, before we get to GGB, so I got home Friday, and I'm like, okay, I don't feel like cooking. I'm exhausted, okay? I'm really tired. So I'm going to order a pizza. Well, I looked up like a lot of the independent joints near me and none of them would deliver to me. Okay, well.
You got Giordano's stone's throw for me, man.
I know, but I'd already had a cocktail, and I didn't want to go out and drive.
Ooh, so stiff cocktail.
Well, it was 2. And I was like, that's when it hit me. You know what? I don't feel like cooking either. I just want
You could have walked to Giordano's.
Probably, you're right. And so I was like, okay. And I found a place that would deliver quickly. It was right next to my house. It was Domino's of all places. And I despise Domino's. But I'm like, you know what? I haven't had it for like 10 years. Let me give it a shot. So I got their white pizza and the pizza was fine. It was thin crust. It was edible. It was edible.
Thin crust is the way to go, quite frankly, with Domino's. Domino's is you get it not for the pizza, not because it's quality pizza. You get it because it's dirt cheap.
It is dirt cheap. It was all of this was dirt cheap. And then I got 8 wings. 8 wings with the hot buffalo sauce. Dude, these things were slimy, disgusting. There was no crisp on the skin whatsoever. Yeah. It was like eating rubber. So I did find a solution for it. I turned on my
air fryer.
I turned on my stove the what's the highest setting? We got the heat coming from the top.
Oh, broiler.
I turned on my broiler. I put those burgers in there and did 7 minutes aside, got them nice and brown, and they were crispy, and I ate them.
The broiler is not necessarily the highest setting. It's just that it determines where the heat's coming from.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, maybe it's not the highest setting. It could be for some ovens and not others, because my oven goes up to 525. or 550, somewhere around there. So I don't know if it was the hottest, but it got the job done. I slid those suckers under the broiler, got them nice and crispy and brown.
I could have told you, man. They just let their wings just sit in a
gelatinous glop of whatever.
It's just like, hey, here's 45 scoops of buffalo sauce on your wings. Like, what am I grabbing at? Is there any wings in here?
It's totally inedible, Brett.
The same thing with Hooters, and this is the reason why Hooters is going out of business. How can you go out of business when you have a business plan of women half naked with skin tight outfit on serving you food?
Your food sucks.
Go out of business because the food sucks.
Yes. Why doesn't anybody understand that wings need to be crispy? Why doesn't Pizza Hut understand this? Hell, why doesn't Joe Ellis down the street understand this? They bread the outside of their chicken wings, but right underneath the breading is a gushy, soft, gelatinous skin. It's disgusting. Cook that motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right? Cook it. Make it crispy. I don't get it.
You don't need to lather the sauce on it. You put just enough in there. You shake it about.
Yeah. Exactly. Don't cover up your nasty ass blubbery wings with your sauce. Your sauce, Joella's sauce is actually really good, but right underneath that breading is this gelatinous goo.
You got Ale Emporium right down the street too. You could have got delicious wings right there.
I know they do it right, but I haven't been to Ale Emporium for 30 years since. So my once best friend Scott Weaver, his dad owned the Ale Emporium, and so I was there quite a bit because his dad also owned the skateboard shop along Broad Ripple where Scott and I worked. So we would go there to pick up our checks. I don't know why we would have to go there to pick up our checks, but that's what we did because his dad was there. Sure. And yeah, they had some good food there back in the days. I'm sure if it's not owned, but I know he sold it about 15 years ago. So hopefully it's still good. All right. Yeah, so
I'll say the wings at Ale Emporium have changed over 30 years.
I bet they have.
They're still damn good.
I bet they've changed. There's no doubt in my mind that they have changed. And a lot of things have changed. Anyhow, crazy times there with the chicken. It just shouldn't be this difficult to make good wings. It just isn't. It shouldn't be. All right, that's all I had for experiences outside of the fact that I'm using a poem called Waterloo in my one of my classes so I can show the movie Waterloo to the kids, which is the best war movie of all time.
So they can see how short Napoleon was?
Jesus Christ. Yes. How short he was, how much syphilis he had. Yes, all those horrible things.
The worst.
All right. Great Payson.
Yeah.
Says Joe Scally played and he was up and down the field. Just admit you're a fraud, Derek, saying he doesn't bomb down the field. Okay. Your stepsister can't even see you're a fraud because you don't like Blink 182. I will just say this. We've always said that, Joe Scally has been planted as a defensive player on that team simply because that's how they play. So he really doesn't even have a chance. I don't think we ever knew if he could get forward and actually play. And then when he plays for us, he does the same thing. He's a stationary. With Poach, he's been a stationary center back, one of three.
Right,
yeah, so I don't know. We've never really got a chance to see him set free like this. They used to play a back five at Gladbach, he was one of the center backs. So he's never had this freedom.
If you watched Scally play in his youth career, he was absolutely a get up and down the pitch type of back.
Yeah.
When he started playing for Gladbach, he kind of, at the very beginning, he was kind of like a hybrid. He kind of stayed back, but then got up every now and then. But then as he progressed at Gladbach, he basically became a stationary, almost right center back in a back three.
Yeah. And then, even though they were playing wingers, they still played him at right center back. So he hasn't really got a chance at Gladbach to play this position up until right now. And we saw him for one game. Yes, disappointingly, we did not get to see Reyna because of what we said at the beginning of the show, which is, it's a new coach. He's going to start off conservative. The one thing he doesn't want to do is lose. So he played for a tie that whole game. That's all he played for. Nothing else. And a goal. They needed a goal. They haven't scored all season. All right.
Well, I watched the was it like the first 55 minutes of the match, and then I had to go and take my kids to my nephew's birthday party, and then Jackson had a game immediately following that. Problem with the game is there was this little tiny cell of storms that blew through central Indiana on Saturday.
Yeah.
And they're 10 minutes into the game, and off in the distance, off in the distance, there was a lightning strike. So they're like, all right, well, we're postponing. And then we're all waiting there. And the storm's coming this way. I'm like, guys, the front's not even going to hit us till like 5:20. That's like 30 minutes from now, which means we got at least 45 minutes to an hour of waiting until the lightning's passed.
Yeah.
So they eventually just canceled the game and rescheduled it at some point. I don't know when they're going to reschedule it, but came home and I was just looking on football to find out what's what. I'm like, oh, good. Because I did see where Tillman scored. I'm like, oh, good. You know,
yeah.
Gladbach drew him back.
You just
I'm sitting there going like, when did Tillman score? Was it in the
pretty late
60th, 70th minute area?
Somewhere around there,
and then Gio didn't come into like the 84th. I was like, what the fuck's the matter with this picture?
Yeah, no, he came in the 80th. The goal was in the 70th. Yeah. The goal was in the 70th. He didn't come until the 80th. And, we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah.
Like, Pete's like, oh, he should have come in right away. Well, that doesn't usually happen. The earliest he probably could have come on was the 75th. Probably. So him coming on the 80th is like, okay, it's 5 minutes later, normal. Get it. I would have liked to see him as soon as ASAP, right? But it just wasn't going to happen. By the way,
I'll come back to this comment, Alex, but this super chat kind of fits in nicely with what we're talking about anyways.
Yeah, Tillman's performance, I mean, it was pretty neutral. Pretty neutral for most of the game. I thought they didn't pass it to him.
He's fine. He moved the ball around.
He was fine. He
was in the right position for the goal.
Well, no, that was good. But, I mean, the first half, I don't know.
He kicked the ball right off of Scally for a corner kick.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the kind of performance I was hoping for. That's all. Nothing.
It was solid enough. It wasn't anything to write home to, but it was solid enough. He didn't look out of sorts. He looked fine.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I got Monday Night Football, and these motherfuckers here won't. ESPN. I got to do this all the time. Reload the ESPN app. What a bunch of
Speaking
bullshit.
of football, man, did you catch the IU versus Illinois game?
Yeah, we creamed them.
Holy shit! Oh my god, I couldn't turn my back without them scoring another touchdown.
I mean, it was great.
Nuts.
I think that the rankings came in wrong. We should have been the 9th seed, not the 19th. They should have been 19th.
Well, maybe it's gonna flip flop at this point. Who knows?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, by the way, Fumar asked if Middlesbrough get promoted, will they keep Morris? Yeah, he's the best player on the team.
Why wouldn't he? Yeah.
He's the best player on the team. He's not going to be the guy they get rid of. They might bring in some other midfielders, but he's making that team.
Broke their will.
Yeah, I think that's what the coach said. And it looked like it.
Chambers says IU quarterback, maybe first pick in the NFL draft.
He looked good.
Yeah.
He certainly looked good. I don't know about because it's kind of hard to judge those things sometimes. Let's see.
Solid enough start after last season. We're 4-0 right now.
Well, we played some dinky ass teams.
Hey, whatever. I'll take it. No, but I mean, I normally don't follow IU football at all. This is kind of a rarity for Derek and I. So when it does come up, I remember last season, we're just every week it was just like IU keeps plugging and chugging.
Yep, man, it's better than watching IU basketball. Amazingly, so there you go. That's been horrible.
Apparently, we got IU basketball's got a new coach from a small school, just like we did with football. Chad was talking about this.
Yeah,
it's like we went out and got a coach from a smaller school, and he came in, and all of a sudden we're flying high. So they tried with basketball, I guess.
Whatever. We'll see if it works. I know the guy before was not the right man. So
rather mediocre.
Yeah. Tillman, by the way, is a severely withdrawn, introvert, shy, quiet dude. So that is true. All that is true. And I don't think that has anything to do with his play because it doesn't inhibit him as a soccer player because he's withdrawn.
Well, and I was gonna say, I see a lot of similarities, not necessarily like for like per se, but there's a lot of similarities between him and Gio and how they move around the pitch. And not necessarily saying Tillman's languid in that sense, but it's like a methodical kind of moving into purpose type of thing. It's not like a typical, like you watch a lot of the EPL teams do,
Yep.
So there's similarities there.
So people are saying he's typical German, withdrawn, stoic. I will say this. It really depends on what part of Germany you're in. My family, extremely loud, extremely boisterous. My grandfather, extremely loud, extremely boisterous. And that's because they come from Prussian lineage. So that's a little different. The Prussians tend to be a bit louder and outspoken. Then think of Blücher for the Prussians during the Napoleonic Wars. Yes, that's a whole different type of behavior, if you will, or culture. The Prussian culture is way different than sort of the German Confederation states back in the Napoleonic era. So they're just different cultures. They're a warrior culture. Yes, they're not going to be as stoic. They're going to be hard asses still, but they're probably a little more outspoken. So it's not a uniculture. Let's just put it that way. All right.
Alex Gavin says, been a good week for almost all players.
Not really.
So this is perfect. I saved this comment, and not that I followed it about everybody this week, but Yanks Abroad, who's number one U.S. fan, said this week's U.S. men's national team wall of shame got a bit long. Please bear.
Oh, he's pushing.
Let me open this up in a new tab so we can really get the look here. Ooh, that is way too big.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta say, when you're looking at the scores and you see like a 6.9, a 6.8, 6.97, 6.7,
those aren't bad scores. Yeah.
I mean, they're not bad scores. Yes, I understand they're in the orange and they're slightly above average.
How Nathaniel Brown's a 6.5 is beyond me. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He scored a goal. He was one of the best players on the field. I don't. Oh, maybe that wasn't Nathaniel Brown. Where is Nathaniel Brown on this list? I don't even
he's not, because he's not an American player as of right now.
Well, he's not a German player either officially.
That's
either.
Fair.
So,
well, Yanks doesn't follow German.
Yeah. So, I mean, yes, some guys just didn't have spectacular performances, but they were all competent. They all look like they belong for the most part. I don't think it was a horrible weekend necessarily. I think Griffin Yao and Reynolds, that score looks a little high for me for Yao.
What happened to Patrick? Did Patrick get injured?
Patrick who?
Ajiman.
Oh, Ajiman? No, he just came in for like minutes at the end. I think he played, let me see here.
Well, it shows here he had 46 minutes.
Yeah, he played the second half. So he came in after they yanked somebody and put him in. And it didn't work out for Derby.
I don't know why I'm reading that as okay. That is that's subbed in. Okay, I was reading that as then he only got 46 minutes and then he left the pitch, but I misread the arrow.
No, he came in. So listen, it wasn't the best performance.
We'll get into more detail. Well, not really more details, but we'll talk about the games.
I watched almost all these games, so yeah. I didn't watch Kelman, but
I guess my only gripe, and I know Yanks is troll. He's a troll.
Well, it's a professional troll.
Sometimes he trolls well, and sometimes he doesn't troll at all.
Yeah,
but I'm like, okay, some of these people on here don't deserve to be on this list.
And I mean, if all you're using is foot mob, I mean, some of these are off. I'm sorry.
Well, you mentioned Dark Brendan came back.
I thought Dark Brendan was good for big chunks of the game.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you. I don't know if it came through on the text at all, but one of the Mexican fans, and I can't think of who it was now, but he's on there a lot. But he posted a screen cap of FUTMob showing that Brendan had like a 4.3% whatever rating, whatever some really low rating. And I was like, oh shit! But then I realized I was like during like the first half he posted that.
Yeah, first half was not good for Brendan. So, but once they were trying to hold the goals, hold down the win, he did a lot of work out there. You got to give him credit for that. I know that's what he's been sort of, called a workhorse, and that's about it. And that's true to much extent.
There's a lot of truth there, yeah.
He doesn't provide much in the final third, and that is a problem. If you're going to want to play CAM for us or a winger spot, you're going to have to be more productive.
It wouldn't be so bad if you were a workhorse that broke up plays and distributed out. If you're playing in the midfield, and you're two of Brendan Aaronson's combined weight wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you're a 10/winger, you have to do more than that. You have to be more than just a pace merchant.
Yep. And he's played more of just a workhorse midfield spot right now, but advanced in some cases. So you're thinking he might get involved in the offense, but not at goals and assists, unfortunately. But some steals that led to attacks and some loose balls he collected that he moved forward. So, he's good at that. It's like Musa. Musa's a lot better with the ball at his feet, but he's not going to give you anything in front of the goal. Just not going to, period. I think even Aronson gives you more in front of the goal than Musa. And that's saying something.
Yeah. Occasionally Aronson does score a goal.
Yep.
And even assist. Musa just rocks the post or nothing at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even rocking the post has been few and far between recently.
Fumar says Gladbach needs Sargent low key, but they have Kleindienst coming back, and he is a prolific scorer. They don't really need Sargent.
I don't know the striker's name off the top of my head that's playing for them right now, that's starting. But man, I've not been impressed at all.
No, he's really not a starter.
Yeah.
And he's definitely Kleindienst's backup. So, yeah, he's not been great in that. Throw him in there and cover it. Look, they lost the last 7 games of the season last year. Since Kleindienst has been gone, they can't win. They can't win without that guy. They need him back, period. So that is the bottom line.
Machino. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Machino? Or a Machino?
It's Machino.
Is he Japanese?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody said the Japanese, not Japanese 9. Kumar says at least. I don't know if he is or not. But
just watch them play.
Oh.
I don't know. We just watched the play. I don't know. Was he playing? I don't remember.
He might have played the first match. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Tax Ghost says no.
Okay.
I'd have to take a look.
I don't remember that guy. All right. So whatever. He is a backup at Gladbach. So we'll see how that goes for them. And no, the PSV boys did not do well. Sorry. I just got done watching that game today.
We're talking about Dest had a 6.9 according to Yanks.
Listen, did Dest have some moments where you're like, yeah, yes, but he and Pepe and the whole PSV team did a lot of possession going absolutely nowhere. And that got frustrating. They had some better chances in the second half, but then so did Ajax. So, yeah.
I know they're only 6 games in right now, but it's funny seeing Groningen as a number 4 in Eredivisie.
Why not? Why not? Congrats to Groningen.
Well, what are the odds,
Yeah. Derek, your Galaxy are out of the playoffs. Yeah, I already knew that. That's why I don't really watch them anymore. You're watching
LAFC now, right?
I watch whatever MLS game I think is going to be exciting, or I want to check out a player. So I do end up watching a lot of RSL in Luna, which, by the way, he did not have another good game again. That's 2 in a row. And then I checked out Vancouver just because I've been enjoying watching them this season, and because there are a lot of them that might end up on the U.S. men's national team. God help us. So I thought I'd check that out. Yeah, I'm kind of picky about what I'm watching in MLS, but I knew LA Galaxy, they're done. They're done. Their goose was cooked. I stopped watching. I can't deal with it anymore. Loss. Done.
Yep. Yeah, Chicago Fire just curb stomped Minnesota, which is funny because Minnesota's like 3rd in the West. And Chicago were 2 points up on New York Red Bulls as far as the playoff spot's concerned.
Yeah,
the West has been rather weak this season comparably.
I'm trying to think. Didn't Gutman had an assist this weekend? Yeah, for Chicago. Yep. So that's he's on the board with assists pretty regularly for Chicago.
Yeah, he's a rather forward-thinking back. He gets up there. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. And I have my issues with Gutman because Gutman turned down Chicago. Originally,
yeah.
Said, nah, brah. Whatever.
I'm going to Celtic, man.
Yeah, and then he came back and went through the works of around what he went Atlanta and then went somewhere else. I think before coming to Chicago. Whatever. It's nice to see a homeboy back.
Yeah, Luna's gonna have to kick it up, guys.
Yeah, that's safe. Fumar was talking about it earlier in the show. I didn't want to pull it up just yet and everything like that, but he did say that if Poach was smart, Luna's spot would be questionable at this point.
Yeah, having a really rough go lately in MLS.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah. Not good. Like, not what you would expect from someone who's supposed to be one of the best players on their team. We did some minor fluff.
Yeah, we had a couple of personal stories and whatnot, but I mean, even our soccer topics right now are just sort of shooting from the hip. I mean, nothing's really been planned outside of I think one tab so far.
Yeah, it was minor fluffing. It wouldn't have given you an erection.
Nah.
So we do appreciate for that. Apologize
slight
for
push,
that. Yeah,
happens.
a little half hardness there. All right, Brett, let's start the show, I guess. With that,
yeah. Why not? Man, politics and soccer. It's the best, right?
Yeah, I guess. What are we talking about here? I don't even know what we're getting into.
Spain is hinting that they may boycott the World Cup if Israel qualifies.
No, they won't.
No, I don't think so either.
No, they won't.
The just in 2026 World Cup could be thrown into chaos as Spain hints at boycotting the tournament. A,
they're not going to boycott, and B, it wouldn't be thrown into chaos. It wouldn't. They'd just be like, all right, we're playing without Spain. Better chance for all of us.
Hey, Italy makes the World Cup. All right.
So I don't think that's going to really happen. I think that's just, I don't know who posted that. Sport Bible. Yeah, I don't know who they are, and I don't know how reliable they are. And that's not happening, period. Listen, there are lots of ways to protest whatever you don't like going on in Israel. And frankly, I would like new leadership at the prime minister position. It's just my personal opinion in Israel. I'm not a big fan. I'm more of a Rabin guy from back in the old days. But I don't follow Israeli politics close enough to have like a real educated opinion about it. So I'm not going to go there. I
barely follow politics here in the stateside.
You do?
I say I barely follow politics here in the stateside.
I do, but
I know you do.
That's because I'm a weirdo, I guess. But yeah, I do, and I do know the history of that whole situation too, as it leads up to where it is. But we're not going to talk about that on this show. This is not a show about. I'm
just bringing up a team that's potentially going to be politically boycotting an event that's going to happen here stateside less than a year from now.
And I'm telling you, that's not happening. There would be revolts in Spain.
I don't think Spain's going to boycott.
Yeah, they might.
They might wear some like some kind of like an armband or headband or something.
No, they won't be allowed to do any of that. That's not allowed at the World Cup. So they're just either going to have to, and believe me, nobody thinks that that's an appropriate place to protest any political movement. Like, that's not the time to do that. If you want to do it, maybe the Olympics has been used for that in the past, but not the World Cup. So we're not starting that now. No.
Okay. Speaking of the World Cup and all, Mav wants to know, can someone explain how Chicago didn't get one damn game? Shit.
Yeah, I can. number one, I don't think that they were willing to accept the burden of maybe losing money, or maybe the expenses up front are pretty high to be a host.
Did you see this tweet already?
No.
Okay. Continue.
So I think people don't realize how high the upfront costs are to host a World Cup game. So you have to have the kind of investment straight up, willing to lose some money in the early stages to make it back later. And I think a lot of the stadiums in Chicago probably said, nah, I'm not sure we're willing to take that chance. And I think that's probably what happened. That's what I am hearing.
I'd be curious if they would actually, if one of these stadiums had opted not to get a World Cup game, because Chicago should have gotten one, sure.
Yeah, I think somebody.
It's a major fucking metropolis. I mean, I know they're going through their own problems, whatnot, especially financially and everything. But they are a major metropolis. They have a stadium already built and developed. They don't have to necessarily worry about the infrastructure in that front.
Yep.
I mean, depending on how many games.
Which stadium are you talking about?
Soldier. What other stadium is there?
I mean, it would have to be a football stadium.
Gotta be Soldier.
So. Yeah. I think that if you're looking for big time people with lots of money willing to invest, Nashville might have made more sense. There's a lot of money in Nashville. There's a lot of money in Indianapolis. Big time CEOs live all over the circle. And I don't know. I don't know about Chicago. I know the city of Chicago was worried about the expenses and costs and
that's the thing. I would love it if somebody came out and broke down what all expenses would go. Because usually you think when it's like the Olympics or not using the United States as an example, because we have infrastructure out the wazoo. But when you look at like say Qatar hosting the World Cup, they had to build all the fucking stadiums. They had to orchestrate all soccer village or whatever.
Billions.
Lots of money spent there. But the United States, we got hotels. Coming out all orifices. We got stadiums in almost every goddamn state. There's at least 50 major city, and you look at all the college towns, how big their stadiums are. So it's like, what expenses are we talking about? I'd love it if somebody could break this down perfectly.
I know that one part of it, and somebody mentioned renovation, like in order to host a World Cup, your stadium has to be modernized. And Soldier Field needs some work, baby.
Well, that's
some big time work.
Says Soldier Field has no parking. It's 2 miles walk from civilization. It's why the Bears are leaving Soldier Field.
Yes. Yep. So I don't think that's a great spot, but somewhere in the Midwest could have worked if proposed. And I'm not even sure Indy had an opportunity. I'm not sure.
We can't even get a USA game. What in the world do you think we're ever going to get a World Cup?
No, we're not. We're not. Absolutely not. No. Although we're a great central hub for Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky. I mean, Tennessee's even a reasonable drive. So we would have been a good central spot right in the middle of the Midwest.
Memphis. Not bad.
We would have, I'm sure, made sure the field with the best field it could be right there in where you can pull the dome over too at the stadium, because if it's really hot and we can turn on the air conditioning. Yeah, because
something Qatar promised.
Lucas Oil would be perfect. I think it's a great, perfect size. They've laid down grass there before and played games. It wasn't so good, but we've got it. We've perfected that now. We're not perfected it. We've gotten a lot better at laying grass down over turf. So I think it could have worked. And again, you've got air conditioning, you got air control in that stadium and the ability to close the roof if it's in 98 degrees outside. So anyhow, well, water under the bridge, right?
Yeah. So Wallace says Chicago, Detroit, Orlando, and DC are 1994 World Cup venues not hosting World Cup in 2026. Some cities found FIFA requirements prohibitive.
Yeah.
The economics didn't work. As much as I love the World Cup, I'd rather have a city show fiscal responsibility than to take on the burden of vanity.
Yeah, because if you did take it on, there's a really good chance if you're Chicago, you're going to end up losing money with all of the FIFA regulations about modernizing the stadiums, etc. It could have been a burden. You think about the last number of World Cups that have been played in pretty modern new stadiums, and that's what they're looking for. Something that's really appealing to the eyeball. So
you look at the stadium all but 10 seconds before a match.
Yeah, I know.
And at that point, it's all in the field, so it's like,
but
what a
not
silly
on TV.
thing.
Not on
silly
TV
thing.
though, right? It's all about the show, right? On TV and making it look like, oh, look at this. Now, I think RCA, not RCA. What is our stadium called now? It's more modern. I think it would have passed muster.
Wait,
Indianapolis.
You're talking about Lucas?
Lucas Oil, yeah.
You were saying RCA, so I was really confused why you're bringing.
I
up
know. I couldn't
Midfield.
remember the name of our stadium.
Like, what? I'm not playing inside there. Are you kidding me? Maybe futsal. You do that, I guess.
RCA, no, it's closed. Obviously, it's been demolished.
Oh.
Yeah.
But wasn't that where the Pacers used to play?
No, that's where the Colts used to play. Now it's Lucas Oil.
Okay.
Yeah. They rebuilt
I'm mixing up my
new
old
stadium.
stadiums.
Yeah.
I don't really follow the Colts or the Pacers that much. I don't really know what they were,
You better follow the Colts. They're 3-0, baby.
Whatever. I'll wait till they get to the playoffs. I don't follow football that closely.
Yeah. I don't have much time, but I do watch the Colts game with my dad on Sundays. So before I leave.
Okay.
And that's after I watch the F1 race with him. By the way, have to say, an American, again, for the third time this season, won the F2 race in Azerbaijan, which is raced on the same track as the F1 guys. This is the feeder series. It's like the lower divisions of F1. It's like the championship of F1. And I think he's a 24-year-old, 23-year-old kid. And he won again. And I think he's second in the championship. I think this is a kid, Jack Crawford, that we will see racing in F1 one day. I don't think there's any doubt that he's talented. Unlike the guy before him, also, who was unfortunately named Sargent, who was in F1, who couldn't pass anybody and could barely pass anybody in F2, but got enough points to qualify. And so somebody picked him up because, he's an American. Let's get him on F1. Well, he was no good. He was bad. This kid can pass people, Jack Crawford. So keep that name in your head if you're an F1 fan. All right. I'm a Lando fan, Derek, but he is king it. Norris. Yeah, he is screwing the pooch this weekend. He did. He had a chance to catch up and make up major points to Piastri and just failed in every way. In Azerbaijan, which is one of my favorite tracks. I love the castle and the city in Baku. I think it's awesome. I like more races like that, please. And I love Lando Norris. I'm a big Lando Norris fan, and I do not think he's going to catch Piastri. Unless Piastri does more stupid shit like crash into the wall in the third turn on lap 1 again, which I don't think he'll do. All right. Little F1 stuff.
There we go, right in the middle of it all.
Yep. Azerbaijan shout out for sure. Absolutely. What a beautiful city. I mean, at least from the air, it looked beautiful. I haven't lived there, so I would know. In fact, it's one of my geographically challenged parts of the world for me. I really don't know Azerbaijan very well.
I mean, aside from the actual life experiences lived in a place, you can judge a place by the look of it and determine whether or not it'd be pretty cool to live there, or at least stay there for
beautiful.
Yeah. And you
Castles,
might get there. You may find out that maybe it does. It's everything's you get to walk everywhere, but everything's like 300 miles away. That doesn't work out so well.
It has an extremely interesting mix of Byzantine and European architecture coming together to make some really interesting architecture in castles. Like stuff, the blend between Byzantine, Turkish, and European architecture. Very interesting.
Colin says he did a Peace Corps in Georgia. Atlanta,
well,
Georgia?
I've been in Georgia. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's cool, man. That's joking.
We're kidding around.
Atlanta? No.
I've been to Atlanta.
That's always the go-to whenever Georgia gets brought up on Twitter. People are like, the fuck does one of the states in the United States have to do with anything here? It's like,
whatever,
dude. We're not talking about Georgia.
Man, you've been around the world, Mr. Reese. All right, what else we got?
Yeah. Oh man, okay. I moved this off because we were getting so many comments that I wanted to see what was what before I click on this here.
Do not panic. Do not panic. Cap them now. Cap them now. Cap them now.
I sent this your way, and you were not surprised.
No, I was not.
This was like a month ago that happened.
I told you. It
only just now came out. Let me see here. Yeah, they only just started broadcasting the news now.
It happened on August 28th. I knew about this already, and I text you back. Yeah, that's old news.
Not for Uranus, no.
Not for Uranus. Oh my God. So
that's the best part of that U20 qualifier is just us constantly going Ferk Uranus.
Yeah, we didn't really honestly know how to pronounce it until later. We were just doing our best. Ferk Uranus. It's what we said. Uranus. And that was not a joke. We just simply did not know. Ferk Uranus was my other one, but then we found out it was Ferk Ranus.
No, it's not.
What is it? Ferk Ranus? Yeah, I think his name's Ferk Ranus. That's how you pronounce it? Yeah. Not Ferk Uranus.
It's always going to Ferk Uranus. It's always going to be that.
Ferk Uranus.
Ferk Uranus.
Okay. How about you do it first and I'll come in second? All right.
Boomar says he should marry a butt kiss.
Butt kiss.
Green Gray Basin says, oh no.
Anyway. Yeah, so yeah.
That's a big loss. Not.
Yeah, the guy has played a total.
For him then.
Even on the youth squads here in MLS, he only played like 4 or 5 games, guys. You know, he never even got a real run at the youth teams in California. So he's not a gigantic loss or anything. It's not breaking news. It might be breaking for Australia, but I can't remember which one of his parents has Australian heritage. But hey, I wish him the best. He's playing in Australia right now for.
Derek, it doesn't freaking matter who has Australian heritage.
No, it doesn't really matter. It's not a big switch. Mark Ferk Uranus makes a big switch. No, it is not a big switch. It is a understandable switch. He's got no chance in his mother's heritage of playing for us. So I wish him well. And yeah, no point in worrying about it. Ferk that guy. And I don't hold any animus towards this person. You know, and I say animus, it sounds almost anal, but I really don't hold any animus towards Ferk Uranus. For Granus. For Granus.
That's what it was. Yes.
It's for Granus.
It's Ferk R anus, right?
It's very convenient for them to make that way to say their name, honestly. It really is. For Granus. Right.
Moving on from nope, still dual nats technically, I guess.
Okay.
Future American superstar.
Oh, can we stop that? I really believe in Matthias Albert. Can we not call him a future American superstar?
He's a Wonder Kid. He's a Wonder Kid. What are you talking about?
He's a Wunder Kid. Wunderkind. Ne, Matthias Albert. Born May 2009. 16 years old. Nationality. American. Position. Left wing, right wing. Social Security.
Social Security.
Shortstop.
There you go.
Current club, Borussia Dortmund. Joined LA Galaxy in 2024. Youth system, LA Galaxy. Then Borussia Dortmund. Potential 9.3 out of 10. And then 2025, 6 games, 6 goals, and 6 assists. Ooh. Yeah. Matthias Albert. Spiel.
Very exciting, very dynamic.
Exciting and dynamic. Yes. Yeah. I know. He's been great, guys. And it's
I think Green Grade figured out what SS stands for.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's not go there. So I'm happy for Albert, and I have as much hopes. I don't go overboard with it, but I do like what I've seen from him. Yeah. So Matthias Albert is the way. That is how it is pronounced. I'm sorry if you don't know that. I am informing you that is actually how his name is pronounced. Matthias Albert.
Not
I
like
know
Corbin
there's some
Albert.
people out there still going Mathis Albert, but that is not how his name is pronounced.
Not
Now
like
he
Corbin
may
Albert.
take that up, right, when he comes to play for the United States
Oh,
for
fuck
real.
that. No, you stick with that cool foreign
No,
name.
you gotta stick with that. He's got a French, I think, grandparents or whatever. You gotta stick with your real name, brother. All right.
Yeah. No, go with the Albert. Absolutely. And it's
absolutely.
Matisse instead of Matthias.
Mathis.
It's Matisse.
It's Matisse Albert. Yes,
No.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mama's half German, Jorge Castillo says.
Word. Yeah, he's
Word to
he
your
is
mother.
he's a trinat. He's French, German, American, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. How dumb do people have to be to know that you dropped the last consonant in French? I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's Gnawbone, Indiana.
I mean, I think you're being a little hard. Most people barely speak English, and it's their first language. So, I mean,
But
I don't know.
in fairness, if you're talking about somebody from the United States, of course it could be anything at that point. Who knows? But you would probably lean into more of an English-sounding name to it, Albert.
Maybe.
Whereas if he, was in fact French, he's a French national, you would say Albert.
You definitely would say Albert. And same with his first name. If it's you want to lean into American, you go Mathis. But if you're not, it's Matisse.
I don't think I've ever heard of a Mathis.
Yeah, Clint Mathis. That's his last name.
Derp,
though.
You're right. There we go.
His last
You
name,
just proved me
but
wrong
yeah.
immediately. Thanks, Derek.
My bad, Brett.
But I know a Matthias, but a Mathis? No, I never heard of a Mathis. Thanks,
boy.
Derek. Made me look like a dick.
Clint Matisse.
Matisse. Yeah.
Clint Matisse. All right, that was fun.
Oh, Colin, we understand what you're saying, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. We
Yeah.
do know. Yes, I think they're laughing with us, not at us. So
they're definitely just poking fun at the
yeah,
Albert, that type of thing.
Yeah. They're making fun of us.
We're having fun
with us, not at us. So that's the good news. All right, and then we like that, by the way. Okay, what else we got, Brett? This has been more fun than I thought it was going to be tonight. I know,
right? Right. Let's see here. What do I have up next?
John, let's not refer to people in the chat as a retard. Okay, let's not do that. I just think let's not start doing that. Okay. All right. Whew.
Wonderful group of people.
We're all wonderful in our own way.
All one.
What is that song? Everyone is beautiful in their own way. Yeah. Or they're idiots in their own way. But hey, whatever. That's still, I guess, lovable in its own way. All right. Ugh.
All right, indeed. Real quick, just to split up the comment here. This is
Untouchables.
Yellow.
By the way, Untouchables, I know it's a legit word. It's just like, let's not use it for name calling if we can avoid that, if possible. You can say, yeah, we used flame retardant or whatever, but let's not just use it for name calling. All right, King Kello, 199. Derek, why don't you like to travel in airplane? Because I did for probably 20 years straight, have to be flying all the time. And I really don't like it. I did it, and I didn't like it then either. And if you dropped like hundreds of feet, thousands of feet out of the air, as I have twice in my lifetime in a plane, thinking your death was coming soon, you'd probably be like, I want to avoid flying if I can, because I don't enjoy pissing in my pants as I'm ready to fall to my death.
Using that logic, though, Derek, as I'm driving down 31, coming back to Michigan, and I hydroplane in the middle of traffic down 31, and I do 3 donuts before I come to a complete stop in a turn lane. At that point, using your logic, I could say, I don't like driving. I don't want to drive because of this.
Who's flying the car, Brett? You are. Right.
Yeah, and I had no control when I was doing donuts down 31.
So if I'm going out, if I'm going to go out in a traveling accident, I want it me. I want to be to blame. I don't want some guy who forgot to put one screw in to the right spot before the plane took off, and that screw never got it all the way in there, and it flew out. And
what if a mechanic forgets to put one lug nut in your tire?
Well, I'm not a dumbass. I can check my own fucking lug nuts.
Well, how often do you check your lug nuts?
I check them all the time, Brad. I'm just saying that's my fault because I can check my own car. Listen, I get into a plane. I'm not supervising that mechanic who's going to make the fucking plane fall out of the sky, right? I'm not. I have nothing to do when the computer programming for the plane completely fails and it falls out of the sky, or some guy that's flying the plane decides to commit plane suicide with everybody in it, which is what happened in India recently. I don't want to be there for that. And so I survived 20 years of flying in a plane, and now that I don't have to do it, I'm not going to do it. I will drive everywhere I go. I will not fly any longer. I am not taking any trips to Europe, and if I do, it'll be on a goddamn boat because I trust boats more than I trust planes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I went on a cruise.
Oh, they're horrible. They're horrible.
I went on a cruise in high school. It wasn't a great cruise by any means, but literally the next year, that exact cruise ship sank.
In Italy? Is that the same one?
Oh, I have no idea if it was in Italy. Fuck it. It went. I mean, it was going around the Gulf of Mexico and all the Caribbean islands.
Oh, that's a different one then. Yeah, altogether. But anyhow, I don't want to fly anymore because I don't want my life to be in other people's hands. And you, in some ways, when you're driving, your life is in other people's hands.
Hey, all it takes is one moron.
Oh my God, there are thousands of them out there. And someday you're going to get maybe hit by one. And knock on wood, it hasn't happened to me.
You risk your life every time you drive north of Allisonville. When you go around that roundabout there at 96th Street,
I don't know about my life, but I certainly
your life
risk
in your own hand because there are a bunch of morons.
I certainly
on that roundabout.
Yes, I risk injury for sure. I don't know about life. If somebody can kill me going 20 miles per hour, I'm in a real issue. All right, around the circle.
My neck.
Yeah. So I think I'm fine there. I'm more worried about 465 on the highway more than anything else, and trucks that don't see you or whatever. Yeah. So let's hope that doesn't happen. When
they decide to drop 465 down to one fucking lane, that's a great idea, guys.
Oh yeah, that's
fucking
so awesome.
Brilliant.
Yep. All right, what else we got here?
We got the age-old question of whether or not Pulisic should be a top 20 player in the world.
How about no? Yeah, I don't think so. Listen, we're talking about players overall. You got to take into account every position, right?
Yeah, you have to, right?
So no.
Maybe if you specify a winger, top 20 winger in the world.
Is he even better than Leao? I think he was last season. But even that's going to be debatable and difficult. But I think it's closer that way for sure. I think he might make a top 20 winger in the world. I don't think he's making a top 20 player in the world. And as much as I like him because he's a U.S. men's national team player, I'm not going to live in some dream world. He might be a top 10 player in Serie A. Yeah, I mean, he's in a battle for that, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But even that, I'm not too sure about, honestly.
Yeah, Jack here just says, y'all, we don't have to do this every time Pulisic goes on a good run.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in is he a top 10 player in Serie A or a top 20 player in the world. I mean, I know this. He's a top 100 player in the world. If he doesn't make this list
fucking guaranteed
next season, then whatever that place that puts out those top 100 rankings can suck my dick.
Yeah. No, I mean, at Milan, he's done well, incredibly well, quite frankly. And definitely the resurgence we need from his Chelsea stint. Not saying he played poorly at Chelsea, But lack of consistent playing time, injury woes, some good play, some bad play. At least in Italy, he's getting consistent playing time. And this is kind of the same argument I've made with Gio when people are like, oh, he's injury prone. If Gio could get a string of consistent starts, I think the chances of him being injured drops dramatically.
Yeah, Matthew, I do think that he is no longer fighting for a starting spot. I think that
I don't know
game
if there's ever necessarily.
I don't think so either. I think they were treating him tenderly coming back from the injury.
He just got done playing 2 full international games. We'll
Yes.
be good, Breaky.
Right.
I mean, I don't think he needed it, but still.
We read too much into that post from the coach who said, well, yeah, he's not going to start this game for various reasons, but he's great off the bench. And everybody's like, oh my God, he thinks he's a bench player. Well, he just played 90 minutes. I think we're fine. I really do. Leao, we'll see what happens when he comes back from injury, but certainly
bench him it is.
And even, oh yeah, for sure. And even Teo Hernandez was a better player, I think, overall than Pulisic. But Pulisic got the better season. Pulisic had a great season last season, and right now he's off even to a better one. So we'll see what happens.
What I mean, even the comment you made when you said, "Hey, when we were talking about top 20, we're considering all positions." All
positions,
right? But even in Syria, when you're considering all positions, top 10 is still a hefty ask.
I mean, honestly, some of the best players in the world, after you get past some of the obvious ones, are goalkeepers. Honestly, yeah. So I mean, unless you take the goalkeeper position out, there are like 5 or 6 goalkeepers right now that are super hot. They're really good, and it'd be hard to put many people above.
It's also incredibly subjective when you start talking about top 20 at that point, because you might look at a world-class defender higher than you would an elite winger, even though the winger is scoring goals, but the defender is just defending.
Yeah.
So I mean it's very subjective to how you
value a player.
Thank you. Value.
Yeah, no, for sure, Brett, because like left wings or left backs, excuse me, are like super rare, good ones. And so they are way high.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're way high. If you're a good left back, your value in the market's way higher than it would be if you were a good center midfielder. Mm-hmm. So just saying, there are certain positions that there just aren't a lot of great players at those positions. So
insanely subjective. Motherfuckers have Palmer over Haaland.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, I like Palmer. They're totally 2 different players too.
Oh, different roles, different positions, everything.
Totally different players. So comparing them again, it's really difficult to do.
And then
yeah, after the way Chelsea just played, I'm not sure. That's what I think. A lot of Chelsea fans are probably pretty disappointed with the performance recently, but not the game before that. Palmer's great.
Palmer over Haaland, talking about the Ballon d'Or.
No.
Yeah.
No. No. Yeah. But although Haaland did not have his best season last season, let's be really honest. So it's not between those guys anyhow. Honestly, I don't think either of them have a chance. Kerr says Tolkien continues his strong start to the season. If he can keep this up for the whole year, no reason he wouldn't be picked up by a Bundesliga team next year. Probably true. Yeah, he had another great weekend this weekend, another assist. He's
letting that hair grow, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They made a big investment in him, and he is actually not disappointing, which is like, okay, if you said the same thing about Paxton Aronson so far at Colorado, you'd be like, yeah, hadn't really paid off quite yet, has it? But Tolkien has come in at a position where he's not really supposed to contribute a lot of goals and assists, and has been consistently creating assists for his team and being a part of the attack. So good for him. Do I think Poach cares? No. I don't.
No, 2026 is toast for him. 100%.
Yep.
No
He's
chance
done.
in hell at all.
None. Absolutely none.
He's Arfson so far up, poaches rectum.
Yep.
And when Jedi's back, no chance. Left back is toast.
I would ask, do you think Arson could have played Bundesliga 1 last season? Could he play at Holstein Kiel right now? I think he could.
Sure.
But would he be putting in the numbers that Tolkien's putting in? I don't know. Maybe. Well, we won't know until it happens. We won't really know. By the way, Arson is, I have to give him credit for this, as far as MLS goes, and I keep track of the Americans who score and assist in MLS. I mean, every fucking weekend it feels like he's getting a goal or an assist. So I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, I was just going to make the comment. I was going to say, well, you could base Tolkien's production level versus Arson. Now, Tolkien had, I think, his last season had something like 11 assists,
a lot,
stupid like that.
Yes.
Right now, Arson is sitting at 6 goals and 5 assists. So he's very much an offensive wingback type of role.
And they're not the same player. Good. Thank you for pointing that out. They're not the same player. Arson is a left wingback or a left winger. Tolkien's an actual left back.
Yeah, Tolkien can actually defend.
Yes. He can actually defend.
But you know what? Arson's going to score more goals. He's going to score more goals, and Tolkien's going to
up. Yes,
Tolkien's going to lob those crosses. But yeah, I mean, it's they're two different players. But you could actually, you're saying like, oh, could Arson be playing for Holstein Kiel? Could he be playing in Bundesliga 1 if a lower team picked him up? Absolutely, he absolutely could do it.
He could,
no doubt in my mind. But you could compare Tolkien and Arston's MLS stats if you want to compare them. But then again, like you said, they play the same spot, but they play a different role.
Yeah,
they play a different role.
Like Tolkien actually has to play left back at Holstein Kiel, and if Arson was asked to play actual left back at Holstein Kiel, he might struggle a little. Because he likes to get up the field a lot, and then he's not as good a defender as Tolkien is. So it is comparing tangerines to oranges a bit. It is.
They're similar, but not quite, right?
Right. Hey, I got to go get some nose drops. I can't breathe. I'll be right back.
Well, we do have 186 people watching across Twitter and YouTube. Make sure if you're on YouTube, go down there, hit that like button. Let's try to get upwards towards 100. We usually do just get around that range. If you're on Twitter, make sure you're sharing and liking the live stream so that other people can enjoy our content as well. They can listen to Derek blow his nose.
All right. I haven't done that as much tonight because it's so stuffed up, nothing's coming out.
And dude, last show is like after like the third or fourth one, people are like, oh man, Brett, mute his mic.
I do have a mute button I could use, but
like
people are so used to me doing that. They're like, Derek snorts Coke all show. No, I'm blowing my nose. I'm blowing my nose. The color of the snot is clear. That's a weird question, Matthew. Yes, they're allergies, so
you could have a sinus infection, but he's concerned about your health. That's all.
Oh, no, I get it. No, it's clear. It always is. I have really bad allergies this time of the season, all the way until probably November.
Yeah,
is when it starts clearing up.
Not great. When people have allergy issues, India is not great.
Oh no, I wake up every morning and I have a pollen meter, and every morning I have woke up for 6 months. It said high pollen, high pollen, high pollen, high pollen every fucking morning.
Colin says a spoonful of salsa helps medicine go down.
A spoonful of salsa helps medicine go down.
I'm assuming, Colin, you're referring to like some nice spicy salsa.
Well, right? I think he's referring to a song, right?
Well, no, I mean, the spoonful of sugar was my joke.
Oh, okay.
But he might have been making the joke too. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll never know. I don't know about never, but we might not know. All right. What else we got?
Yeah, Tex Ghost says, yeah, salsa clears the sinus. If you get a really good spicy salsa, yeah. That's what I thought he was the comment he was making.
I eat lots of spicy food, guys. So
Spicy food.
I do drain like crazy when I eat spicy food. On top of the fact that I'm already using allergy medicine and nose drops to clear up my sinuses, which are clogged. And I know there's some, and it's been proposed to me to have this surgery to open up my, whatever that's called, the nasal passages or whatever. Yeah. There's like not angioplasty, that's the heart. Rhinoplasty. Yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah. I don't want it. I don't know.
Another good unknown sinus cleanser, cure, if you will, is, and this is only for the contact wearers out there. So, like, you generally speaking, you can get the saline solution contact stuff, just lubricate the contact, put in your eye type of thing. But at night you have a contact case, or you can get it's like a hydrogen peroxide type of contact cleaner that has a little diffuser inside the case, so that way it cleans the protein off, and it's good. But if you use this hydrogen peroxide saline solution, and you don't put it in the right case, and you just put it in a normal case, and you put your contacts in there, when you put it in the morning, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And your sinus is just like, oh, motherfucker, opens up. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had sinus issues my whole life, so this is not new. I do not have problems with sleep apnea. I sleep like a baby.
I do.
Brett does. I don't. I wake up well rested every morning. Not tired right now. And by the way, I not rhinoplasty. That would be surgery of the nose. Sinoplasty.
I don't. So even without, say, using it, I still wake up refreshed. I'm a morning person. Are there times where I'll wake up more refreshed? Yeah, sure, whatever. But I mean,
that sucks.
The CPAP for me is more for my family, so I don't drive them to suicide.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up
with your snoring. Yeah.
I
don't snore, at least not that I know of. And I sleep in the guest room, my parents' room. If I was a loud snorer, I would guess that my dad in the other room right next to me would probably hear it, because he's a snorer, which is why he sleeps in a separate room. He's a snorer. So that's why he doesn't. Yeah. Anyhow, it is what it is. All right. What else we got besides John Tolkien?
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the Yanks abroad time.
All right.
And then we'll do the building of the formation for the.
We don't have a song for that, do we?
I've been saying it for a year now, Derek.
Yanks abroad, Yanks abroad.
Everybody
love. Yeah. All right.
You work on this, okay?
I will. I keep forgetting to make one. Yanks abroad, Yanks abroad, Yanks abroad. Fuck it. Yanks abroad, Yanks abroad. Don't. I'll come up with somebody.
Yanks abroad.
All right. It's not always good. But yeah, Friday, Testament did do well. 90 minutes and a goal for win for Lyon. George Campbell, 90 minutes in a game for West Brom. DK still injured against Aiden Morris. And again, Middlesbrough and Aiden Morris were good, and they win again. And they're looking like, whoa, if this continues, this is going to be a runaway season for them. It won't be. Just trust me. It will not be. Corbeau's.
That's how you want to start the season off, though, right?
Yes,
start it off so you can coast the rest of the season.
Give yourself a little cushion.
Yeah.
Male Corbeau's. I find it really weird that Brian Schroeder is putting out posts on X about male Corbeau's. I love Brian. I love that he's doing that. Like, because nobody else knows who the fuck male Corbeau's is, except for obviously he played for the Pokal last season, right? The Pokal final, and he lost with Arminia Bielefeld, but he's still with the team. They're now in 2 Bundesliga, and he went 90 minutes.
His first name is Mael?
Mael. His parents apparently couldn't spell.
It's almost as bad as calling somebody Guy.
Guy Forget was a tennis player, by the way. So yeah, Corbeau's with a goal in that loss for Arminia Bielefeld against Greuther Fürth. And Julian Green, who has lost his starting spot, by the way, and has almost all season. He got 11
now, though, so
I got it. He got 11 minutes off the bench. And Dietz, if you're wondering about Maximilian Dietz, he is still injured. He's still injured, and so he's not available. Taylor Booth went a whole 6 minutes for 20 in their win, which was a disturbingly large win of, I think, 5-0. And he still only came in and played single digits. So, ouch. That's not good. And then, just to get this out of the way, I want to do MLS Americans real quick. All right? These are guys.
Thank you for only covering the Americans. I appreciate that.
Yes. Only Americans that contributed this weekend in MLS. Olowski, an assist for Philadelphia. Arson, an assist for Columbus. Duncan McGuire scored a goal for Orlando. Okay.
First one of the season?
Yep. Daniel Lovitz, an assist for Nashville. Smith, an assist for Orlando. Timmy Parker, old man Parker, got a goal on a header for New York Red Bulls, or it was a corner or something. Kyle Duncan was the assister on that. He got an assist. Brendan Servania. Boy, we haven't heard that name for a while. Got an assist for DCU, for DC United. And that was to John Morrell, who got a goal. I have no fucking clue who John Morrell is, but he's an American, and he scored for DC United. Christian Kappas, back from the Viking leagues, and got a goal for Dallas. Andrew Gutman, we already mentioned earlier, got an assist for Chicago. Jack McGlynn, once again, every weekend on the tally list here, got an assist for Houston. Emmanuel Sabi, an assist for Vancouver. Here's a new name for everybody. Brennan McSorley from St. Louis got 2 goals and assists. He's 23 years old, and up until a week ago, played at St. Louis too. Not even good enough to play for St. Louis big boy team. Puts the big
that's kind of like Southern Hickish accent in there.
Puts the big boy pants on for St. Louis. Scores 2 goals and an assist for St. Louis. Wow. Who's
now,
this
with that accent there, it's definitely St. Louis.
All I got to say is his name's McSorley, which just says, like, I got a venereal disease. Let that guy win, score, because I want to say that name going forward.
Or it's, hey, if you don't start him at the 9 or whatever position he plays, you'll be McSorley.
I was up last night with my boyfriend, and we didn't use lube, and boy, did I wake up McSorley.
It's rough.
All right, this was rough, baby. All right, Cuevas, a goal for LA Galaxy, then another loss. I haven't heard that name for a while either, by the way, Cuevas. And then Muskowski for Seattle with an assist. That's all the American MLS contributors over the weekend, which isn't a bad weekend. We've had lists half of that some weekends.
So, McSorley, like the hockey player, apparently John followed up by saying Marty McSorley was an old school hockey player.
I do remember Marty McSorley. Yes, because I used to watch hockey back when he played for Edmonton, I believe. I think he played with the great one, Gretzky. All right, and now we get back to the Yanks abroad. Yanks abroad. Richards, 90 minutes in a win for Crystal Palace. Is it me, or is Crystal Palace on a tear right now? Even
100%.
Even after they sold their center forward. They sold their center forward, and you thought, but no, nobody can really get a whole lot of goals on this team, and Richards is one of the reasons they can't. Good for Chris Richards, solidifying his spot, solidifying it on this team, I think, going forward. Yeah. Brendan Aronson, 92 minutes in a sort of wherever he needed to be playing defense, that's where Brendan Aronson was for 92 minutes in a win for Leeds. Jedi, injured. Apparently just not, that surgery didn't go well.
Man, we are getting here to the October window. It's pretty much going to be all Euros. We're not going to see Jedi.
By the way, Untouchable says that Eze, who was their CAM, technically he's right. But the way they play, Didn't Eze almost always look like a center forward in the final third? I'm just saying. I mean, I might you are absolutely correct, but it very often looked like he was right up there. Anyhow, that's kind of how the CAM role works, I guess, in a lot of ways, right? Second striker / CAM. That's what it looked like to me when he played. All right, but that's technicality, and you're actually right if you want to be technical about it. Paredes is still injured. Maloney in the 18 for Mainz and didn't play. McKennie in the 18 didn't play for Juventus. Okay. Let's see. We just had that discussion, Brian. So yes, technically he's the second striker / CAM is the player they sold. All right. Pulisic got a goal, then another goal, then an assist, and they won. And he went the full 90. Yes, Pulisic's on fire. Hopefully he carries this into the next game. That's what we want to see. Like a continuation, because he gets hot sometimes, and we'll get 2 or 3 games like this.
And hopefully Poach can continue his winning ways, right?
Poach? Well, yeah, I'm sure. Poach already knows Pulisic's.
No, I like because I jokingly said that on Twitter. It's like, will Poach be able to continue his winning ways or something like that? And Frank was like, "You mean after one victory?" LOL.
Good.
Yeah, I know.
Good
right?
point. Yeah. I wondered about that too when I saw that on Twitter. I'm like, continue
Well, that's
his
the point.
winning ways.
100%. He's won a game.
You need to add a wink after that shit. All right.
No, that's how I roll.
All right. Johnny's injured. Zendejas, 90 minutes for Club America. 90 minutes and an assist in that tie. Cade Cowell alert. 45 minutes and another loss. All right. Ledesma also plays for Chivas now, and he got 23 minutes in that loss. But boy, those Chivas absolutely suck. They suck hard, really hard, like a Hoover. Maurice Malone. I mean, you're talking about Chivas. They shouldn't be this bad. They suck. Maurice Malone, who, unbeknownst to me, at the very, 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 very end of August, Austria Wien traded him to Sturm Graz. And since he's moved to Sturm Graz, he's been playing great. He just couldn't score for Austria Wien. And by the way, Sturm Graz sits second or third in the table now since Malone got there. Like they're usually a mid-table team for the most part, or worse. And now they're in third.
I mean, it's kind of the joke I made about which we were talking about. Who was fourth in the league? I forgot we were talking about it. It's like, they're fourth in the league, but we're like 6 games into the season. I mean, it's really back. Who knows where this team's going to end up in Austria?
Oh, I get it. But they look good, and they're beating teams they're not supposed to beat. And that's for 2 weeks in a row. Pukstas, 86 minutes and a loss over there at Hajduk Split. Ajiman went 45, the last 45, brought it in after halftime.
Real quick. Bimar does say Sturm Graz won the
league last year, but that's not normal.
They were the Champions League last year.
God damn it. All right, let me clarify. That's not normal. Sturm Graz does not win any often. That's been Red Bull Salzburg for ages, it feels like.
Habitually a mid-table team, right?
Yes.
You're saying?
Has been. But you're right. They're good. They're good now. And it's weird that Austria Wien would give him up to the best team in the league. And now they're left like strikerless in a lot of ways. And I think they're going to stink for the rest of the season because of that. Frankly, this me. I'm not an expert on the Austrian Bundesliga.
He did stay at a Holiday Inn Express once, so.
I have actually never watched an Austrian Bundesliga game for at least 2 years. At least 2 years.
Sturm Graz doesn't ever win until they win.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I should have clarified that. My bad, PMR. Also, you are right. Yes, twice now. Where were we? Haji Wright, 86 in a tie. I'm not blaming this on Haji Wright. That game sucked. I'm just going to say it. It was boring. Nothing really happened. There were some close calls here and there, but Yeah. Haji, I can't put any fault on him generally. Sargent, 90 minutes in a loss versus Wrexham, who are now out of the bottom three and into the mid-table almost for that one win. Wrexham are out of the bottom. I know everybody was like, oh, they're definitely getting relegated. Maybe not, guys. Looks like Norwich might be more of relegation fodder right now, honestly. The way they're playing, Sargent getting shit service. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That
will definitely get sold in the summer if that's the case.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it's going to continue like that, but
no, the Norwich will be fine.
They should be fine. Dominic Downs, guy having a rough time, kind of getting used to Southampton and his teammates and sort of the different type of play. We'll see. Give him time. Give him time. It wasn't good, but give him time. Charlie Kellman, 63 minutes for Charlton in a win. Ethan Horvath, 90 minutes in a win and another clean sheet. One clean sheet for Sheffield Wednesday. Good for you, though, Horvath. Good for you. I call him, it's Damian Downs. I call him Dominic again.
It's been so long, Derek. It's been so long since you've made that blunder.
I can't help myself, guys.
You've already said McKinney, so you're not going to mix up McKenzie and McKinney.
Oh, I might. Dominic Downs. I cannot stop it. I don't know. It's in my brain. I knew a kid when I was younger named Dominic Downs, and I could not get it out of my head. All right. I just cannot. I tried, guys. I really have tried. Johan Gomez. Gioacchini. Yes, I couldn't do that right for a while either. My Italian's not the best. All right. Johan Gomez, 30 minutes for Braunschweig in a loss. And then Castaneda, 80 minutes for Paderborn in a win. Busio went 90 minutes in a loss to Jonathan Klinsmann Cesena, who he went 90 minutes. Of course, Busio got the goal penalty kick. I can't believe they let him take it. But he is the highest paid player on the team, so I guess that's what happened. But Cesena are third. So we'll see if they can. I mean, they were up the table.
They usually are. They usually are up there, yeah.
They were last season, and they just couldn't.
They're always contenders. They're always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, they were very hard. They just couldn't come to fruition at the end.
Hey, nice.
All right, Taylor Adams, 90 minutes. For Bournemouth, I do have to agree with somebody said that game was boring. It was boring. But yeah, it is what it is. Balogun in the 18 for Monaco didn't play. No real reason given. McKenzie, 90 minutes and a loss for Toulouse. No real reason given. No, it just was not a very good game for Toulouse.
Real quick. Brian gave you a vocabulary lesson here.
Cesena, I thought. Cesena, not Cesana. Cesena. Okay. I thought you had to have I don't know, maybe an H in there? Like Kievo?
I thought you said Taylor Adams too, but pretty close.
I don't think I did. Tyler
Adams. I wasn't saying anything, and then all of a sudden David's like
So it's not Cesena. It's
a long A. It's a long A.
Cesena. Okay. All right. Okay, I can do that, Brian.
Now we have Bandit saying it's Cesena.
It's Cesena. Ooh, we got
Where's Colin? We need him. We need a vocabulary lessons here.
We got a linguistics challenge here.
Brian says CE equals CH.
Okay. I mean, are there different pronunciations in different parts of Italy?
Matthew Dominguez says it's chest anal.
Chest anal. I don't know how that's possible. Unless you tie like a dildo strap around your chest and get in there with it, right?
Weinstein says that I say Chesana and you say Chesana.
Cesana. You say Chesana, I say Chesana. We have a good time in the sauna. All right. Let's move on. Nathaniel Brown. 90 minutes and a goal in a loss for Frankfurt. And again, if this game didn't prove to you that Nathaniel Brown is worth chasing, I don't know what game's going to prove it to you. All right. He was good. Tillman, we already talked about, and Scally and Reyna in that head-to-head. I did wake up to watch the game and text Brett and said, God damn it. It's just Scally.
I woke up. I mean, the game was like at 10:30, man.
Yeah, I didn't wake up, but
like, oh man, I woke up specifically for this game.
I don't remember when I texted you. That's the honest to goodness truth. But I remember sending you and going, man, I was really looking forward to a Reyna versus Tillman game. I really was.
It was during the middle of middle of the first half. And the funny thing is that people were posting the expected lineup, and Reyna was in the expected lineup.
But
then all of a sudden,
who are these people, Brett?
People on Twitter were posting. My guess is like the Thought Mob lineups before they were announced.
They were guessing, weren't they?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't guess, but I was hoping.
Yeah.
All right.
Woke up at 10 o'clock just to watch a match. Find out you were disappointed.
I did wake up at 10 that morning. I did. Yep. Bello, 90 minutes, and a dinner in 70 minutes for Lask in Austria for a win. Oh, goody. I haven't heard anybody mention a Dinneren's name once on Twitter. Not a single time.
Name?
A Dinneren. Aden Iran. He plays forward or attacking. He's an attacking player for Lask.
This is the first time we're really bringing him up because we talked about Bello at Lask.
No, they've been playing together for since last season.
I don't remember you ever bringing his name up, but then again, I don't pay attention to Bello's name either. So.
You don't pay attention to Yanks abroad either. You're like, whatever, Derek, get this shit over with.
I mean, yeah, you do go through like 9,900 names, and I follow like 5% of those matches.
Well, remember that one. Dinneren plays with Bello at Lask, and he's been pretty good. And he's a starter now and has been all season this season, not last. And then Musa, 3 whole minutes for Atalanta. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Atalanta. I'm saying it like a Karen. That's how a Karen would say that. Atalanta. All right. What is this? All this?
This is the Italian speech.
Yeah, I believe it, Brian. Are you a linguist? All right. Let's get an answer on there, Brian. Are you a professional linguist? I trust you anyhow. I do trust you anyhow. All right.
I trust them more than I trust myself on that one.
I do too.
Pronouncing European names now kind of happened.
I mean, you're talking to a guy knows his German pronunciations, but we used to call the Italians spaghetti fressers, right? Which means overeaters of spaghetti. All right.
Brian studied in Italy. His mom is Sicilian.
Mom's from Sicily, bitch. All right. I trust you. Although maybe the Sicilians have slightly different pronunciations than the Northern Italians do. Would you agree with that? Because I have heard that. It's kind of like Austrians have different pronunciations of certain German words than I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just throwing things out there for you, Brian, to contemplate. I'm just being a fool is what I'm doing. All right. Reynolds and Yao both played. Reynolds 90, Yao yanked at halftime. They lost against Flossie, who looked injured and pulled off at halftime for Standard Liège. Hoppy. Oh, Matthew Hoppy. Oh, there's a Hoppy signing. He went for 83 minutes for Sanderjinski in an actual league game. He did not score. He did not assist, but they did tie that game with Hoppy on the pitch for 83%, near 80% of the game.
It's weird. I don't have I'm not following them on Foot Mobs. Maybe I need to.
You know I'm not letting go. He's the only player that I actually track that plays in Denmark. There are more Americans that play in Denmark than just Matthew Hoppy. But because of my connections, I have to keep a focus that direction. All right, Tolkien, 74 minutes in assist. We already mentioned him. Good player. Matisse Albert with the goal for the U19s. Can you please move this guy to the 2 team? To the 2 team, please. This is looking too easy for him right now at the U19s. And I know he's only, 16 years old, but the U19s look way too easy for Matisse Albert. Let's move him up to the 2 team. I'm sure you guys know better at Dortmund than I do, but let's move him up. All right. EPB, 90 minutes for Panathinaikos in a tie. They now sit 12th out of 16 teams, I believe, in Greece. They're stinking it up because Panathinaikos is supposed to be a good team. Supposed to be good. What's going on? Happy 90 minutes. Better second half. Pretty useless first half for Pepe, but it wasn't as horrible as some people make it out to be. Had a header, I think. If he had it again, he's going to score that 9 times out of 10. He just couldn't get the right angle on it. And there were other opportunities. Dest had some moments. He went 70. Wasn't enough. They tied Ajax. And now there are people talking about this is the worst Dutch league ever. These are supposed to be the best 2 teams in the league, and they suck. I don't know about that. Let's just wait. I know the Champions League thing didn't look good. Give them another game. Let's see how that goes. But you're right. It hasn't looked great. And then Osandina, who used to play last season for Dordrecht in Holland, now plays for Casa Pia in Portugal's first division. And he went 30 minutes in a tie. And then, hey, man, Conrad de la Fuente, he moved to Segunda, second division in Spain. Surely he is actually absolutely whipping out his cock and balls and dominating there at, Kita, whatever it is. No, he was in the 18. He did not play. He sat Pine and rode Pine for the second game in succession for 90 minutes at a 2 Bundesliga or 2 second division Segunda team in Spain. Yes, this was the mighty Conrad de la Fuente many thought was going to be God's gift to our anus. No, he is not. God help him. I hope he pulls it through, but there is something seriously wrong with a player with the skill base that he has that can't get playing time in Switzerland or Greece or wherever he's been. Frankly, wherever he's gone, nobody wants him. He's a bench guy. Then Weah had a great game today. A really great game versus PSG, which they won. He went 78 minutes. He was a threat. He was dangerous. He looked good. Boy, can we keep this guy and bottle him up for the World Cup? Because this is the guy we want. By the way, a comeback from Caleb Wiley from injury. Got 20 minutes for Watford in a loss today, but he's back, folks. He's back from his left testicular pull and looking like he maybe will contend for a starting spot somewhere down the road. All right. That's it. Do we have more?
We're going to talk about the October window.
Oh, yeah. We got to build a team for October.
All right. Let's see here. Are we going to go 4-2-3-1? Or are we going to do a 3-4-3?
4-2-1. 3-4-2-1.
We can change it up. That's fine.
That's what we played last time. That's what we played against Japan and at the end versus Korea.
Let's talk starting lineup and then we'll talk bench.
Yeah. So we know who the back 3 are, I think.
Well, let's start with goalkeeper because we don't know it's going to be goalkeeper.
Well, we know Turner will be there and he'll probably start because
let's give it to Turner.
The other 2 won't be available because of MLS playoffs.
Yeah. Right.
Left back, Ream.
You think Ream's going to get the call, huh?
Of course. Wait, is he playing? How's Charlotte looking in the playoffs?
Let me take a look at where Clint's at.
Yeah, we got to look at the Clint. We've got to examine Clint's.
Clint's currently in 3rd place.
Okay.
So
Nope.
they probably could pull him. They're fine. They're fine. I think Raheem's going to get called in because, quite frankly, Klit's going to make the playoffs. They won't be in the playoffs just yet. Or that's late October, right?
Yeah, no, playoffs will be going on.
Oh. Okay, maybe nothing.
So no Ream. Okay. Who can play out there? McKenzie can.
Yep,
play
there we go.
left.
Thank you.
Yep. Richards. CCV? Yeah. If his big toe is okay, it seems to me his big toe is constantly injured whenever camps are called.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Scally?
Yeah.
If Poach forgets him for the golf cart excursion.
It's got to. He's going to play CCV at this point. CCV hasn't shown up for the U.S. Men's National Team ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Fumar, it's not going to be Reggie Cannon, my brother. Larry wants me to show my 2-incher. Here you go, Larry.
Yep, you beat me to it. I was going to do it.
Even my pinky is actually 2.5 inches long.
I'm going to assume Jedi is going to be fine for the October window. I think how serious is this injury?
It looks like there were reports today that that's questionable now.
And
can't be arson either.
You're just trying to piss me off now.
Can't be arson. He'll be in the playoffs.
Could it be Tolkien?
Yes, let's try Tolkien there.
I'd
love it to be Jedi, but from what I'm hearing, things are not good. At least in the Fulham press. So, Adams, yeah, probably.
Cardoso's injured.
Will he be fit enough? I think
I don't know how serious it is. What about this dude right here?
I was going to do that next.
But then again, I mean, McKinney hasn't really been playing, so is this a thing where Poach might keep him off because of that?
I don't think so. I'd put McKinney there, honestly. Yeah, I think
Yep. Pulisic.
Yep. Well, or Tillman. Wow, can you imagine leaving way off the way he's playing right now? Balogun. Yep.
It could be Way. It could easily be Way.
It could.
In fairness, Des could be playing left back and right. Way could be playing right wing back.
You know, that's very much a possibility. Let's actually put that in.
I'm actually cool with that.
I think that's more realistic. I don't think Tolkien gets a call up, period.
Well, we have backups. We have to have backups for the back, so maybe.
Okay, this is a shot in the dark, people. It's a shot in the dark.
So yeah, let's see here. 11, obviously. Let's go with Pepe here.
Now, Nate, McKinney could be a casualty if these 0 minutes things keep happening.
True, and yeah, we're talking about a couple more games. It's very possible he could be out.
And then we're going to have to drop him because, as Poach has said, if you're not playing for your team, you're not playing for us. So, unless you're
Horvath, you think Horvath, Klinsmann?
Horvath, yeah, and Klinsmann.
Yeah. All right, so center backs changes here.
And just a reminder to people watching, MLS will be in MLS playoffs. So as Poach said, he can't call up most of the MLS players anymore. All right. What are we doing here, Richards?
These are center backs, yeah. So I got CCV added there. Banks.
Jesus.
So yeah, I mentioned I was like, it's weird that Banks wasn't called into the U20 World Cup. But then somebody brought up today on Twitter, it's like, well, maybe he didn't get brought up because he's already going to be accepting a senior call-up.
Yeah, and supposedly he was going to get playing time in that last game versus Japan, but he was slightly injured. That's what was said. I'd like to say Campbell. I'm not sure if Poach knows who Campbell is. I guess he's been called up before. So maybe Campbell, because it's not going to be Trusty. Trusty's been injured for how long? And then when
He's
he's
been
not
shit for a long time, yeah.
and he's not been playing. So I'd say probably, yeah, I'd say him. If we're missing anybody, let us know. But I think this may be too many center backs, but again, it's really only 5 center backs. Scally can back up both Dest or Weah, too. Let's keep that in mind.
You got Tolkien, you got Fossey as options. Just using wingbacks as an option here. Thinking who's out there. Let's go with the backups to the midfield here. So we got Tessman.
Yep. Cardoso.
If he's healthy.
I think he will be. Doesn't sound serious.
Anybody in the chat knows how serious his injury is? Let us know. You also got Reynolds is a possibility, I guess. Just like Fossey's a possibility.
I don't think Reynolds is a possibility. It does seem to be Poach does not value at all the Belgian league.
How's Lund doing in Bundesliga? I haven't watched any of his matches.
Who?
Lund.
Yeah, he's fine.
Could he be a viable option at back?
Yeah, I do. Good call. Good call.
All right, let's see here. So we have Des, Lund, and Weah. Do we need a 4th back?
Well, you do need
Scally.
You got Scally, so that's covered.
Okay.
I think.
How'd
you write? Let's hope so.
Zendejas. Whatever.
Pepe. Yep. That's it.
Yeah, Pepe. So let's see. 3, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. What? Did I do that math right? Hold on. 3. And there's 6 here. So that's 9.
Aronson. If you got to add another one, it's Aronson.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
I don't know how you leave Aronson out if he's playing in the Premier League as a starter.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go
There's
ahead and...
Aronson, Musa, who else? You think? This early?
Why not?
This early?
Dark, Brindo. And who else did you mention?
Musa,
yeah.
Can we add all these?
You can do 26, yeah.
We can take 26?
Yeah. Why not? It's fucking friendly.
True.
Will you call him 26? I don't know.
How many we call up last time? 25?
24.
Yeah.
Because we had it rolled on at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what about Baby Deer?
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
He's scoring goal. He's getting assists.
No, he's not.
He's getting assists.
He got an assist. Give me a break. Call up Charlie Kelman.
Aji's up here with Pulisic. We got Tessman. Mr. says Ream is going to be there, but he's going to be playing the playoffs with Schlitt. So
Clint.
Don't think he's going to be there.
You think Clint? Let me ask you this: you think Clint's giving up Ream for their playoff run? If you think that, let me know and let me know why, and I will consider it. Clit, Charlotte, CLT, Clit, Bandit, Clit. Yeah, I don't think they're going to give up Ream for the playoffs. I just don't see it. I do not see Wiley making this team. He just got back from Watford off of injury. Think it's too early. He has not been able to make a dent yet. Aiden Morris is a really good call, Brian.
That's 4. That's 4 right there. Yeah, I'm gonna add Morris in there.
We could add another.
That's 25.
Okay.
Let's make sure. 3. There's 6 right here, so it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
You got
25, 26. Never mind. It's 26 now. Yep. There we go.
Is that perfect?
26.
And yeah, it could be Morris for Johnny if Johnny is actually hurt. Then you just drop Johnny and that's it. You don't add another player. Right? Anybody?
Yeah, you can stay at 25 and whatever, but
yeah, anybody we are massively missing from this list, let us know. Julian
scroll through the
Vivas.
chat just to keep an eye on. I don't see.
Yeah. I want to live in Derek's Disneyland where there is no Bambi starting this camp. He's not starting, dude. That's not Disneyland. We're giving you the real deal. Julian Vivas for $4.99. Who will poach call if A-Rob is injured? Also, Arson will be in the playoffs. So we are going with Dest out left with Lund as the backup. Lund has been fine in the Bundesliga so far.
Yeah.
Lucio Kramashi, no. Absolutely not yet. No.
Just fucking got there.
He just got there. Maloney, no.
Can't find
can't
find the pitch, just like Spider's Latin can't find the clit.
Yeah, exactly. And you never go jumping straight for the clip, by the way. I will say this. Maloney went to the worst team he could have gone to. They do not play a destroyer. And he is playing at a team that doesn't play his position. Good luck to him on that.
Dude,
that's just a bad move.
His agent has to start saying, guys, he's a center back too.
Mm-hmm.
Play him as the center back. He might get more playing time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
Start advertising the shit out of that.
I don't think that Matko Milcevic will get a call up. I think it's too early for Cole Campbell, but these are all good names you're throwing in there.
I'm kind of surprised that Milcevic hasn't gotten a look since, quite frankly. I mean, I thought he was perfectly fine during Camp Cupcake, but I'm really kind of surprised that Poach hasn't called him back up.
Well, this isn't definitive, Brett. This is just what we're guessing Poach will do.
I know. But he hasn't done it yet, though, is the thing, though.
I would not be shocked if Milcevic somehow makes this team somehow. I won't. Will not. I will be like, oh, okay. EPD, Fumer, no, not good enough for Panathinaikos right now. Sorry, in Greece. Not been a good season for them. And he had a couple good games, but their whole team's not been good so far, including him. So, no. I don't think EPB has a chance in hell of making this team.
Julian says, where he goes? Julian says, where's Gio? He's behind Tillman in the number 10 role.
Yep. We squeezed him on there. I don't know if he'll really make it. Pukstas, I mean, listen. He's doing fine where he's at, although they're having an up and down season. They're at Haydock Split, and he's just, not ready. I can't throw anybody else out and put him on right now. But a good call out. A good guy
says, y'all are going to be really mad on those roster drops. We're picking this roster strictly off of what Poach said about this roster.
Yep.
Now, there might be some, just like there's a Turner in here.
The Revs aren't making the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So teams that aren't going to make the playoffs: Montreal, DC, Atlanta, Toronto, New England, and then possibly Red Bulls and possibly Chicago. One of either Red Bulls or Chicago. But the closest thing on that one would be a Brady from Chicago as a backup goalkeeper.
Yep.
Maybe a Brian Gutierrez because he's at least been called in under Poach.
But Poach is so no interest in him whatsoever so far.
That's a rough position to fill in because it's already getting deeper with Tillman, Raina making a resurgence. You have Pulisic, Haji always plays that role. Zendejas shows back up. I mean that's gonna be a tough role for Guti to break into.
Mihailovic, I don't think so. McGlynn,
LA Galaxy, anybody from the Galaxy is going to join?
McGlynn, isn't he going to be in the playoffs? He won't be there.
They're currently sitting out by only 1 point. It's possible, I guess.
They could be there. Julian
San
Hall,
Jose,
Real Salt Lake. That.
Real Salt Lake's sitting 3 points out of playoffs. So Luna could be there.
It could be if they totally tank it here at the end of the season. Yeah, it's very possible.
There's 32 games in the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they Real Salt Lake has 2 games, and FC Dallas, who's sitting at the bottom of here. I'll just pull it over. Hold on. So FC Dallas is sitting at the bottom of the playoffs, and they are currently 3 points up on Real Salt Lake. They both have 2 games to play. So, I mean, Real Salt Lake has to win both games, more or less. Maybe win and a draw if FC Dallas loses it all. But then you got to bank on Houston and San Jose not performing.
You know what I'm calling up? McSorley from St. Louis. McSorley, baby.
There we go. Let's do it.
Let's call him up, man. All right. Well, you don't know. None of us actually know what Poach is going to do. We just have some idea based on his comments on what he could do. But it's pretty general. So we're doing our best. Booth ain't going to be there, as Kaju Sports Club says.
Yeah.
He ain't playing for 20. He gets minimal minutes these days. He started at the beginning of the season. He's been yanked earlier every game, it feels like, because the manager's not happy with what he's doing.
Yeah.
So,
Colin, the only reason why somebody like Stefan won't be there is because
he's in the playoffs.
We're taking Poach at his word right now. It's possible Colorado might drop.
They might drop out,
and maybe he'll be available. And again, we're taking what Poach said to heart.
Poach said, and I quote, "I won't be able to use the MLS players next window, as they will be the players, and so we move towards more European based team." That's what he said. He fucking better do it. He better do it. And that's the best I can interpret his broken English and make it actually understandable. So there we go. Yeah, Poach is French. I don't know what I'm doing. Poach is
French. Poach sounds German. Poach is a Euro snob.
Hoppy's return, says Chuck. Hoppy's return. Would love it if that were somehow possible, because I do love me some Hoppy family. I do love the Hoppy family a lot, and have enjoyed being in touch with a certain person in the family for a good time now. A good guy. Haven't been for recently, but seems just like a great family, great group of folks. So I only wish the best for Matthew Hoppy.
We got 2 Yanks on the Bundesliga Team of the Week here. We got Tillman and we got Brown.
Yeah, I mean, someone said Brown's not, but yeah, I don't know how Tillman made it, honestly.
He had a pretty high rating. I mean, if you're going to go by Mobby, he's got a pretty high rating, but
I guess I'm a little skewed by the fact that I watched him play such dominating ball in Holland last season. I'm kind of expecting the same sort of domination and moves and just totally like dribbling guys out of their pants. And I'm not really seeing that as much in the Bundesliga, and I haven't adapted my brain to it yet. I'm still expecting him to be the same guy I saw last season in Holland. I need to get my brain adapted to that reality. Maybe that's the problem. So
you can just reiterating, he was serviceable, but wasn't something to
write
home to.
He was serviceable,
and he was in the right spot at the right time.
Yep. Jesus Ferreira's mom will not be called up for sure. And
you might Spider's Line. You might call her up though.
Yeah, I heard she's available. All right, that's gonna do it for tonight. Brett's got to pee. I've got to poop, and that's how it goes. We'll be back on Thursday. God help us. Hope something happens, but from that,
it ran 2 hours here, man. So
I know. All right, guys, we love you. It's always fun hanging out with you every night. Love your comments. Keep it up. Like, subscribe, share it with your grandma. Make sure you hit like at least, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, but most of you already are. If you haven't, yeah, hit it. Why not? Let's get us to like whatever, 4,000, 5,000 by the end of the year. That would be really cool. All right, we'll see you soon. Good night.
That hurt.
Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
Ooh,
The
great blowjob.
secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I don't understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the tip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what.